going to talk about Siege's most broken operators over the years. There will obviously be some operators that I miss out, so let me know if you like this kind of video, and I'll make a part 2. The 2017 version of Ela was the most overpowered defender in Siege history. The recoil on her Scorpion gun was non-existent. It even had 51 bullets, so you could wipe out a full team without needing to reload. The hipfire was also insanely broken. When you walked into her gadget, it would slow you down until the effect has passed. She was a 3-speed operator, and this was back when 3 speeds were very fast. And if you got injured with Ela, you could press a button to trigger an extra concussion mine. So she technically had 4 gadgets. Within 1 season, she was nerfed, and continued to get nerfs over the years. Remember when Zofia was one of the strongest and most picked attackers in Siege? She had the withstand ability, allowing you to revive yourself if you ever got injured, but you would only be left with 1 HP, which was later changed to 5 HP. She was really fun, but it got to a point where Zofia was chosen in 70 to 80% of ranked games, and also picked in Pro League a lot, so Ubisoft nerfed her LMG, assault rifle, and made her a 1-speed 3 armor, and now she's barely picked. Sledge also used to be really strong. He was a 2-speed, and even had the SMG-11 at one point. It even had a 2.5 ACOG scope for a very short amount of time. This was before Mute was given an SMG-11, so only Smoke and Sledge had access to this. Sledge's SMG-11 was removed in Year 6 Season 3. The ACOG, however, was only in the game for 3 seasons, and was removed when Echo and Hibana were released. Lion was hands down the most broken operator to ever touch Siege. If a defender moved during a Lion scan, they would have a red outline on their body, basically giving attackers wall hacks. It also used to last much longer. Here's what the new Lion scan sounds like, which you already know.
Enemy drone moving into scan. Starting timer.
And this is the old one.
Enemy drone incoming. Starting the clock.
It was so much longer. Remember when Echo had invisible drones? I never used to think this was overpowered, but in current Siege, I think this would be very strong. And speaking of invisible gadgets, Lesion used to have invisible goo mines. On paper, this might sound overpowered, but they were easy to see. I think what made Lesion so strong is the fact you could see where your mines are, at all times. So if someone walked into your goo mine, you'd know exactly where. And I feel like the recoil was even easier to control than it is today. Clash was so broken when she was released that she had to get disabled from quick match, ranked, and even custom games, not allowing anyone to choose her, mainly due to exploits, like you're seeing in these clips, which made her invincible, but also because she was poorly balanced. This happened 3 times, in 3 different seasons. In current Siege meta, Clash is statistically the worst defender, and is in desperate need of a rework, like Recruit and Blackbeard, possibly removing the shield, or changing the shape and how it works overall. Remember how overpowered Twitch was? In 2015, when Twitch was first released, she had 20 tasers per drone, and each taser did 10 damage. And you would also be given a Twitch drone during the preparation phase, so if a defender went AFK and a Twitch drone finds them, they'd be dead before the prep phase ends. Since launch, Ubisoft have changed the drone so many times, but her drone isn't what made Twitch strong. It was her F2 laser beam assault rifle. She had access to the vertical grip, giving it 0 recoil, and 31 bullets in a magazine. Old Melusi was one of my favorite operators I've ever used. She had Legion's T5 SMG, along with C4, and she was a 3-speed. Her gadget was also different. The Banshees were bulletproof. The only way you could destroy them was by knifing it or using an explosive. The range was also massive. Eventually, Melusi's T5 SMG was swapped with Oryx's MP5. And yes, Oryx used to have the MP5, but he was awful. Shortly after they switched the weapons, Aruni was released. The P10 Roni had 21 bullets, which made it insane. Her gadget dealt 40 damage, and she was a 2-armor, 2-speed. I found her incredibly fun to use, much more fun than she is today. If you're looking to buy some new gaming goodies, use my code for 8% off all Razer products. This also helps support the channel too, because YouTube don't pay me enough. But anyway, if you liked the video and would like to see a part 2, let me know, Don't forget to subscribe.